11:40 p.m., July 19th, 2025. The Arizona desert is silent. The air is dry and heavy. Stars stretch endlessly above the black horizon. And then the silence breaks. A distant rumble grows louder. Headlights cut across the sand like knives through darkness. Engines roar. Dust rises. The Sinaloa Cartel is on the move. 17 vehicles thunder across the desert floor. 14 armored pickups lead the way, each one bristling with mounted machine guns, gunners standing tall in the beds, gripping heavy weapons that glint beneath the moonlight. Behind them, 3 cargo trucks grind forward, loaded with drugs, weapons, and cash. Inside the convoy, over 60 men ride armed to the teeth. AK-47s, RPGs, shotguns, belt-fed machine guns, enough firepower to rip apart small armies. They are laughing. They are shouting into radios. They are convinced the road ahead is clear. This is not a smuggling run. This is a show of power. They believe that no American soldier, no police, no one would dare face them here in the empty desert. But they are wrong. High above, invisible against the stars, US Navy fighter jets are circling. 2 FA-18 Super Hornets, 1 F-35 Lightning II. Their engines are whispers in the night. Their radars are locked. Their pilots are watching every move the convoy makes. And alongside them, an MQ-9 Reaper drone streams live images back to a command center in Tucson, Arizona. There, officers from the Navy, the Air Force, the DEA, and SEAL Team 6 sit in silence. Their eyes are fixed on massive screens, showing heat signatures of trucks rumbling through the desert. Every move is tracked. Every radio call is intercepted. This ambush has been weeks in the making. Informants in Mexico leaked the route. Satellites traced the movements. SEAL recon teams scouted the land. The convoy is heading straight into a canyon 8 kilometers from the border. A canyon with high cliffs on both sides. One way in, one way out. A natural trap. And tonight, that canyon is about to become their grave. At 11:47 p.m., the convoy enters the kill zone. The lead pickup's tires crunch against gravel. Diesel engines echo between the walls of stone. The cartel soldiers are confident. They don't know their radios are jammed. They don't know their GPS units are useless. They don't know the US has been waiting for this exact moment. The order comes through a secure line. Execute, wipe them out. And then hell falls from the sky. A missile drops like lightning. The first Maverick slams into the lead truck. The explosion lights up the canyon like a sunrise. The armored pickup is torn apart in a storm of fire and steel. Men are thrown like ragdolls into the dirt. The convoy screeches to a halt. Radios crackle with panic. Gunmen leap from vehicles, pointing rifles in every direction, trying to find the enemy. But the enemy is above. The second strike follows instantly. The F-35 drops a precision bomb onto the first cargo truck. The detonation rips it in half. A white-hot fireball surges skyward, shaking the cliffs. Flames spread to the next pickup, igniting ammo boxes inside. Bullets cook off in the fire, exploding randomly, filling the night with chaos. The convoy is trapped. They try to turn back, but the road behind is blocked. Claymore mines buried in the sand erupt, shredding tires, ripping through the rear vehicles. The cartel's steel snake is locked inside a burning cage. And then the jets dive. The Hornets scream down through the sky, Vulcan cannons spinning, unleashing 20mm fire. The sound is deafening. 1,000 rounds per second hammer the canyon. Sparks and flames erupt as bullets tear through armor and flesh. Trucks are split open. Gunmen are ripped apart before they can even aim. Dust and smoke cloud the night, but tracer fire lights it like a storm. The cartel fires back blindly. RPGs streak into the cliffs. AKs spray into the darkness. But they are firing at ghosts. They cannot hit what they cannot see. Every shot they fire is swallowed by the desert night. By 11:52 p.m., just 3 minutes into the ambush, Half the convoy is destroyed. Burning wrecks clog the canyon floor. Survivors scramble for cover, diving behind twisted steel, crawling into ditches. But the fighters above are merciless. The F-35 circles, drops another bomb onto the second cargo truck. The explosion rips through the canyon like a hammer strike. The ground shakes. The truck disintegrates, raining debris on the soldiers still alive. One cartel lieutenant, known as El Grillo, stumbles out of an SUV, blood pouring down his face. He clutches a rifle, screaming orders, but his voice is lost in static. The jammers cut him off from his men. He raises his weapon toward the cliffs, firing in desperation. A Hornet swoops low. Its cannons roar. El Grillo dives for cover, barely escaping the storm of bullets. Seconds later, SEAL operators descend from their hidden positions, tackling him to the ground. He is dragged away, cuffed, his radio and laptop seized. Meanwhile, the chaos only grows. Flames light the canyon walls. Smoke billows into the sky. The last cargo truck, carrying crates of fentanyl, is locked onto by the MQ-9 Reaper. A Hellfire missile streaks down, slamming straight through its roof. The detonation is apocalyptic. The blast rips the vehicle apart, sending shockwaves through the desert. Fire spreads to nearby pickups, igniting fuel tanks. 3 trucks erupt in chain explosions, hurling fireballs against the cliffs. By 11:56 p.m., the fight is nearly over. The jets have cut the convoy to pieces. Survivors throw down weapons and try to surrender. Others run into the desert, only to be hunted down by drones and snipers hidden in the rocks. The last armored pickup tries to ram its way through burning wreckage, its machine gun still spitting fire. But a Sidewinder missile from above ends it instantly. The truck vanishes in a violent blast, leaving only flames and silence. At 11:58 p.m., the commander in Tucson gives the final order. Cease fire, sweep the site. And just like that, it is done. 8 minutes. That's all it took. From the first missile to the last cannon burst, the entire convoy of the Sinaloa Cartel has been annihilated. 17 vehicles destroyed, over 60 gunmen dead, millions in drugs and weapons captured. SEAL teams move through the wreckage, clearing the site. Survivors are dragged from the flames, bound and blindfolded. Laptops, radios, and encrypted drives are collected. Blackhawks descend from the sky, rotors chopping through smoke, ready to extract the prisoners and seized cargo. By midnight, the canyon is silent again. Only the crackle of flames and the hiss of cooling metal remain. The ground is littered with burned-out vehicles, shattered weapons, and the bodies of men who thought they were untouchable. The desert has claimed them. For the United States, the operation is a flawless success. For the Sinaloa Cartel, it is a nightmare made real. A convoy that was supposed to show strength has been wiped from existence in less time than it takes to boil a pot of coffee. At dawn, the smoke still rises. The sun casts long shadows over the wreckage. News spreads fast. Images of burning trucks and seized drugs flash across headlines. The message is clear. The US can strike at any time, anywhere, with unstoppable force. No convoy, no fortress, no cartel army is safe. 8 minutes. That's all it took to end the Sinaloa Cartel's most powerful convoy. 8 minutes to remind the world that America's skies are never empty and its enemies are never safe.